I was thinking, what is the true nature of a follower of Mahaprabhu? What is the nature of a true follower of Mahaprabhu? Rashprabhu, you know,
The true nature of a follower.
of
Well,
Mahaprabhu. True follower.
you have to follow the instruction Trinana Pisu Nichena Tororipa Savnisnuna.
Ah,
So they have to
yes.
be tolerant, be humble, and give respect to others.
Well, that's
That is
nice,
the basic.
but that's not what Mahaprabhu said.
Well, but actually, Srila Govinda Maharaj, every time they have a reunion, I was checking all these videos when her, his first trip to in the World War, and every time they have some devotees, they say that it's very important, and he always repeat the same. He say, have to be tolerant, respectful, and give honor to others. That's what he always repeat. And I believe that also that is part of the what he got from Srila Guru Maharaj and from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He always repeat the same words.
But what did Mahaprabhu say?
Well, he have many things he said, no, but
No, I mean about that.
basically it's around the Shikshastaka, the verses.
Trinada peace and each. What does it mean?
Yeah, Trinana Pisu Nichana,
What does it mean?
Vasa Hisnuna.
What
That
is
you
it?
have to be more humble than the blade of grass
Oh,
and very
that's
tolerant,
no.
and
So,
don't expect any respect from others, and
but he,
then you
but
can chant the holy name.
but he said
Um,
more tolerant than a blade of grass,
yes,
and more tolerant. No, he didn't say that.
yes,
More tolerant than a tree.
yes.
More humble than a blade of grass. More humble, more tolerant than a tree.
Tolerant like a tree. Yes.
He didn't say to be humble as a blade of grass. He didn't say to be humble. He said to be humble as more humble than a blade of grass. No,
Hmm.
isn't that the way we translate it?
Yes.
And Tarora species, that means more tolerant than a tree. Huh? It adds some clarification. Humble is one thing, tolerant is another thing. But to be tolerant as grass or tolerant as a tree or humble as grass, that's another thing. But to be more humble than the grass and more tolerant than the tree, uh, and ready to offer your respect and love and honor to others. The specific instruction the Mahaprabhu is giving. There are people I know who are very humble and very tolerant, but I don't know anyone who's more humble than the grass and more tolerant than the tree. Do you know?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Huh? Maybe some of our acharyas were like that.
Maharaj Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, when I heard this sloka, Trinadapi Sunichena, then I
Yes,
given up all hope that ever I can be a Vaishnava.
yes, yes. That is humble. There is a follower, true follower of Mahaprabhu can be found there. Mhm. So we have to examine, am I a true follower of Mahaprabhu? Not easy. And I always meditate on that, what that means. More humble than a blade of grass. I told you that before. I see somebody's nose in the picture. There he is. So nosy, beautiful dog. I wonder what the consciousness of a dog is, huh? Like that.
He's listening, Maharaj.
Yes. He's very nice. So faithful and loving. How do we become like that? More humble. What is the position? What is that consciousness that is more humble than grass? I remember Srinivas used to tell, grass is a little bit proud because he's standing up against the pressure down. He'll come up again. So we don't want to be like the grass. That's too proud. They step on the grass. The dogs disregard the grass entirely and even poop on it, right? And it doesn't protest. And you walk on it uh, and disregard it, actually, like it is not even there. Still, grass will grow. So is Mahaprabhu exaggerating about these things? Was he trying to be sarcastic? What does he say? What is that consciousness? What is that consciousness? Thy will be done. You know, in the Christian world, they say, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. How is that? A Vaishnava follower of Mahaprabhu seeing? How is he understanding to have that kind of consciousness? This is more important to understand than becoming the biggest recognized saint or whatever sadhu in the world. It's the point. More invaluable. Was there, we're coming in contact with Mahaprabhu, with Krishna. Nothing else in this world is as important as that. Nothing. We trust that Krishna will arrange everything. I only have to serve him, to please him. Here we will find a substantial thing. Most substantial. All else is really a waste of your time. It's like Sri Ramanuja used to tell about Srila Prabhupada. Huh? That he became so negative that Mahaprabhu had to come and preach through him. Something like that. Do you know?
You told us so empty.
So empty?
You told Maharaj. I heard from you.
Empty or negative?
Yes, negative.
Even negative. That Mahaprabhu had to come and Nityananda Prabhu had to come, and throughout the world, he was able to spread Krishna consciousness. Or even Krishnadas Babaji. He said, I have no hope of doing this. I'm old, I can't even see properly. I can't even write properly. How I can do this? What did I say? Babaji. Oh, Krishnadas Kaviraj. Thank you, Prabhu. Right, when he was writing, I am lower than the worm and stool. Now, some people say I'm as low as the worm and stool. That's also not right. Huh? I am just a worm and stool. No, that's not what he said. I am lower than the worm and stool. Well, what is that? What is their consciousness? What are they seeing? They see the worm, and yet their consciousness is that I am not even at that level. They see the grass. I am not even at that level. That level of consciousness of the grass, I am beneath that. I am below that. Grass has some consciousness that is there, that is alive. To have lower than that, what is it? What do you think, Shanta Maharaj?
Maharaj, lower than the grass means, something like inanimate almost.
Yes, the object. Huh? I am the object, Krishna is the subject, the super subject. That's correct. Gita is always told, we are like the object, and Krishna is the subject. When we approach that side, on this side, we are the subject, and everything else is our object. On that side, we are the object, everything else is the subject. Superior to us. Hare Krishna. So, to practice Mahaprabhu's teachings, we have to somehow or other move in that direction. Move in that direction. Very difficult because we like to be the predominator. Although we are the predominated, we like to be the predominator. We don't trust Krishna to take care of us. Uh, take care of everything. We serve, that is how much as we can do, and then Krishna will manage. They're serving Krishna, the predominator. And yeah, my thoughts. A penny for my thoughts. A penny's worth of thoughts. Even that.
More than that.
More than that.
More than pennies.
A nickel? You give me a wooden nickel for that?
The penny of Vrindavan.